Welcome to Frogfoot Holler, y'all. I'm Michael. My nephew Colton's behind the camera today. Alright, so right here, I'm holding what we have dubbed Hoss. This right here is a steel multi-attachment, basically weed eater, but professional brand or professional grade. And the reason why I went ahead and got professional grade is because professional lasts longer. When you're going to get something like this, go ahead and spend the extra money. Get something that's going to last you for quite a while. Now, this thing right here, its purpose is to come in here where we've dubbed where we want the rows and actually to dig out and make the walkways deeper. So that way I can come back in with mulch and fill in the walkways so I don't have to worry about any weeds or anything like that. Now I'm going to start him up and show you a little bit of what we're doing, but I'm going to warn you, turn down the sound a little bit because it's probably about to get a little loud. As you can tell, Hoss is a beast. And as you can see by this row, or the walk path, he digs out quite a bit. So we'll come back in and we'll fill this in with mulch. But the reason why I want to keep my walk paths dug out is because of rain. When it rains, and rains hard, I want to make sure that the water goes down the walk paths and not wash out my beds. So me and my nephew gonna get froggy and jump on doing all this. Y'all enjoy. So we've done this bed, and that tater bed's over there. And when I say we, I mean my nephew has used Hoss and dug out the walk paths, and I've gone back and scraped them nice and even. And the reason why he's doing it is because my shoulder's still giving me problems, and using Hoss for too long will mess my shoulder up pretty good, and I don't want to quite do that. But I wanted to show you the difference that it makes right now. Now, where I'm standing right now, we have not used hoss. And you see how close the edge of the bed is. You're only talking about an inch difference between where right here to the edge of the bed. It's not that high. Now, if you take a look at where hoss has been over here, you can see it's quite a big difference. So this is how the whole garden's going to be, and this is how we lay out our walk paths so that the rain will wash in the walk paths instead of washing the beds out. Now, eventually, what I want to do, follow me, y'all follow me now. Eventually, what I want to do is do like I did in this section. All this was done the same way, and we filled in the walk paths with mulch. So that way the grass and everything, or weeds, has a hard time growing back. And eventually I'll be doing it over the whole garden. A little bit at a time, but how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Me and my nephew going to get back working on getting the rest of this garden done. Hallelujah, hallelujah. The garden is done. It's ready. It is completed. All that hard work that we had to do, from breaking the ground to tilling it up to marking out the rows to marking out the walkways and digging them out, all that's done. But there's a sad part. I have nothing to plant in my garden. Okay, so it's still a little cold in my opinion at nighttime. It's going down to anywhere from the 40s to 30s, and it's balancing back and forth. So I'm waiting another couple of weeks. So around February 13th, that's going to be the earliest I plant anything in the garden. And I'll start with my sugar peas. And then about February 15th, I'll be planting my taters. And then after that, all bets are off. Man, we're going to get some starters going, tomatoes, squash, everything. I'm going to try and put out some early plants. I'm going to have succession plants, or when those starter plants get put in the ground and they, let's say, hopefully make and don't get killed by the cold, and they make and then they meet their prime and start losing steam, out they come, and in comes something else. So I got a lot of work to do to make sure everything is able to be put in when it's ready. But I'm so happy. All this work right here is done. This is the hard part. Well, I don't know. Getting down and planting 75 some odd tomato plants and 40 some odd squash plants, and I'm making myself sad again. That's a lot of work. All right. Nothing ever good comes unless you're willing to work for it. That's been Michael with Frogfoot Holler. Y'all have a froggy day.